Okay, update. We have a new plan for the surprise party. Don't tell anybody, though. Help! The soldiers are coming to the sanctuary! A-I-E-E-E-E-E-E-E. Zelda, of course, a member of Alia Yacta Est, one of the more famous World of Warcraft guilds, which is why she yelled AIE in great big letters. Zelda plays a Blood Elf Holy Paladin, which I think is really the best kind of paladin. And she is most famous for her incredible spell power, but she doesn't spend a whole lot of time fighting, like, on the front lines. You know, you know about paladins, everybody knows. Alright, I am going to, because I am not, you would think that because I got an urgent telepathic message from Zelda that I would be on a time limit here, but I'm actually not. I am going to run an errand, but it's only going to take me a second. I want to make sure I have magic powder. Bam! Alright. How many times do I have to go out and in before it shows up again? Maybe I have to walk off screen? I'll walk here and then come back. Yay! Magic powder. Try to sprinkle it on enemies and many other things. You know what? I'm 2.5 hearts down, so I'm gonna ask this nice young witch for a smooch. Red is the medicine of life, green is the medicine of magic, blue renews both life and magic. Here is a sample of the red potion. Hee hee. Yep. I'm pretty sure she gives me a little peck on the cheek there. I like to think that she does. I like to think that you know, I'm that welcomed at the witch's abode that everyone sort of likes me. Alright. Move it. Clearly a church, right? Like, obviously a church. Not a sanctuary. Whatever a sanctuary is. You are a second too late. See, I shouldn't have gone and gotten the powder. I have failed Zelda. The soldiers have abducted her. They have taken her to the castle. You must find her before the wizard works his magic. Please, you are our only hope. I think I can rescue some princesses. Let me do it. I'm gonna go rescue the princess. Roxanne. Hey. 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 Relax. Everything's alright. Just lay down. Oh. I'm trapped in the woods. I don't want to be. Nice. Just hit that guy in the head with a rock. Yeah, and there's that guy I talked to. Now he's hucking bombs at me. We used to be friends. We used to talk together about how Aghanim was mind-controlling everybody, and that you were kind of afraid that it was going to happen to you, but instead of doing anything about it, or leaving, or anything like that, you just sort of, well, you know, I'll just hang out here, it's all fine. Oh, you know what the other thing is that I could have done? There is a third bottle that I could have gone and gotten, but I didn't. You know what I should have done it too? I should have done it right after I got the fins, because they put you... I took that warp and went down to Lake Hylia, which is like one screen away from where I would have needed to be. Let's do this. Got him. These ball and chain knights are kind of annoying to go after with your sword, but if you've got bow and arrow, pots work really well against them. I don't know what these guys are doing. They're holding their sword, like, up over their eyes. Hey, I got a fairy. Hot damn. That made up for all that sloppy fighting there a second ago. Had a girl. Yeah, get comfy. There you go. Good girl. For any curious or interested, my dogs consist of a, I don't know, 6-year-old, I guess, by now. Border Collie Pit Bull mix. She's more Border Collie than Pit Bull, but you can definitely see some of the pit in her face and in her, she has very short hair. A lot of times Border Collies are long-haired. Oops. There we go. And I have 2 mutts. My mother is a dog groomer, and she has a better idea for their breed than I do. They're like some kind of like, I'm trying to remember. One looks like a bird dog of some kind, and the other's like a wolfhound looking thing. Like I'm probably getting it wrong. But they're puppies yet. But they're mutts, and they're... Did something on my computer just beep? Oh, okay, I lost the stream for a second. But they're mutts, and they're actually kind of rescue dogs, sort of. We call them the graveyard dogs. Their mom birthed them in a cemetery, and then our family vet happened to be in the area, like, right around that time. Figured out what was going on, and took the mom and all the puppies back to the vet's office. So, at the vet's office, they just had, like, this older dog and this litter of puppies that were just, you know, kind of living there for a little while. And when I say a little while, I mean like a couple of days. Because they were very interested in, well, however long they were living there before they decided to, like, start looking for homes for them. Like, they gave them shots and all of that. Made sure that they were all healthy, and then found homes for all of them. And, I don't know, it just made sense. We grabbed 2 of them, a brother and sister, who look nothing alike at all. She's got, like, a medium brown coat that's, kind of short, but not as short as, like, Pit Bull short. It's got, like, it's a little longer than that. He has really shaggy fur. He looks like a golden that's, like, got the worst coat in the world. Like, he's got, well, his fur doesn't get quite as long as a golden's will, but, you know, it gets long like that and real shaggy. And it's really dry. It feels like straw, actually. We have to use, like, special shampoos on him to keep his skin moist, because he's always itching. It's a real he's like the itchiest dog I've ever met. Constantly scratching, and he's hurt himself a few times doing it too, which sucks. Like, he scratches so much that he scratches so much that you can, like, see the scratch marks in him, because, like, so we have to be real careful about his diet and his shampoo and all this. I have been waiting for you. I was hoping I could make Zelda vanish in front of your eyes. Behold, the last moment of Princess Zelda. It took me forever to realize that not the green part on top, but the gold part that runs over this way, isn't his face. It's actually like a crown of some kind that he's wearing, or some kind of hat. His face is the brown underneath with the white lines that do this for the eyeballs. It took me forever to realize that. I thought that the white part, the gold part on his forehead, was actually his face. With this, the seal of the 7 wise men is at last broken. Now it is only a matter of time before evil power covers this land. After all, the legendary hero cannot defeat us, the tribe of evil, when we are armed with the power of gold. I wonder where he went. See what I mean? Like the part right above the M in the word mean. You mean to say, right above M, that's his face. But I thought it was the other thing. So, again, in a long line of goofy Zelda traditions, reflecting Ganon's abilities back at him with the bug net totally works. You're supposed to use the Master Sword, the Sword of Evil's Bane, the sword forged in the fires of the great spirits that created this land. Or whatever the story for Skyward Sword is. Something like that. But I can just as easily... Cow! That works in this game, it works in Skyward Sword, it works in... Well, actually, in Skyward Sword, he's, like, distracted by it. Like, you can wave it in the sky, and he's like... I think it works in Twilight Princess with the fishing rod. Like, he gets all weirded out by the fishing rod. Fuck. It took me 2 or 3 deaths the first time I played this to remember that they said that you can reflect Ganon's power back at him. Aghanim's power, excuse me. Gurg! Well met. Like the true hero that you are. But I am not ready to admit defeat yet. I will draw you into the Dark World. So far, the game has been kind of... Barf, it is I, Sahasrahla. I am communicating to you through the void, through telepathy. Listen, you're throwing a lot of big words at me that I don't understand. I'm going to take it as disrespect. So first of all, I'm going to need you to back off. The place where you stand was once the Golden Land, but evil turned it into the Dark World. The wizard has broken the Wise Men's seal and opened a gate to link the worlds at Hyrule Castle. In order to save this half of the world, the Light World, you must win back the Golden Power. You must also rescue the 7 maidens who Aghanim sent to the Dark World. As members of the bloodline of the 7 wise men, they have the power that will surely help you. The maidens are locked in hidden dungeons full of evil creatures and dangerous traps. The Palace of Darkness should be your first goal in this world. Barf, I can rely on only you. Please make this old man's wishes come true. I beg you. Couple of questions. First of all, to finish my original thought, this game so far has been kind of lighthearted, but it gets like really heavy into its own lore and backstory when I start talking to the maidens. And we can get into that in a bit when we get to, you know, when I actually retrieve one of the maidens. But more than that, I feel like everything that Sahasrahla says and does, I feel like everything about him conflicts with the story of this game, right? Because he says that the war to seal the Dark World took place some small number of centuries ago, right? Or not centuries ago, some small number of generations ago. It was like, oh, he's like, oh yeah, 3 or 4 generations ago, you know, my grandparents' time. That's not long enough for everything to sort of fall away into obscurity and legend and mystery in the way that the rest of the game says that it did, right? Like, there would still be people looking for the Dark World. There would still be people who remember the war, you know. Was it you who disturbed my peaceful nap? I give this to you if you go away. Thank you. Quick medallion. Again, Gaijin Goomba taught me that that catfish is a reference to a Japanese catfish that causes earthquakes. You know, whatever. Japanese catfishes be causing earthquakes, whatever. The other thing that Sahasrara says is that, you know, besides being able to speak to me through telepathy, which he and Zelda are the only two people who demonstrate that power, as far as I'm aware. Why does he have that? Is it because he's one of the descendants of the Seven Wise Men? Is that why he has that power? It probably is. But then, if he's one of the descendants of the Seven Wise Men, why is it that he didn't need to be captured in order for the plan to succeed? Like, he isolates himself from the rest of the town. The little kid says, oh yeah, I haven't seen him since the bad people showed up. He deliberately quarantines himself, isolates himself away from the entire rest of the town to save himself, really, from, you know, the pursuit of Aghanim. Which makes sense. It's what I would do too. But then, like, the line of descent is not broken. Like, he's successful. He stays out of the way. Aghanim finds the youngest generation and captures them. But that's not what it said. It said that, like, the line... I think it said that the line of descent from the Seven Wise Men had to be broken. And that all seven, like, families were necessary for this to happen. Here's my homeless buddy. I don't know if you can hear in the background, the elementary school across the street is letting out. If that comes in through the mic, I apologize. You seem to be in trouble, but I can give you this. Thank you, homeless guy. Maybe he's just camping. Maybe I've been giving him shit his whole life. For no reason. Anyway, I have a third bottle now. You know what I mean? Like, if he's part of that family, he should have needed to be captured and dealt with before the gateway to the Dark World could be opened. And I guess you could make the argument that there's only a few entrances to the Dark World, and, you know, there could be more, but he only got one person from each family. But that's not... Again, that's not the way it's presented in the story. It just... Did I get hit? The layering on that is bad. I got hit, and I shouldn't have. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a strange inconsistency. Then, he says that he knows that I should go to the Dark Palace first. For gameplay reasons, I need to go to the Dark Palace first. I would have figured that out, because there's only, like, 2 places to explore in the Dark World. And I've already been to one of them. You know, there's, well, 3 places. There's the Ganon Tower area, there's, the Dark Palace area, which is where I need to go, and there's the northern area where, you know, the Zora's Domain stuff is, where I, you know, got my Quake Medallion. And there isn't anything else. It's just, I don't know, it doesn't make any sense to me, and I'm sure I'm looking deeper into it than I should be, but it's a strange inconsistency in the story, and it's one of the things that I feel like... It's another problem I have with this game, but it's a minor problem. Even though I rambled about it for a goddamn century. No, the biggest problem I have with this game is the way that they handle rupees and the bomb and arrow upgrades, which I talked about earlier somewhat. No, I think I talked about it in its entirety. I think I explained my entire thought when it came to the rupees and the item upgrades. Maybe not. There was one. I think there was one more thought that I had that I didn't share. I'll share it in the next one. I am Kiki the monkey. I love rupees more than anything. Can you spare me 10 rupees? I sure can, monkey. You hang out with me, monkey. I'll take care of you, monkey. Aha! What is happening? What is happening? I'll be right back.